Tim Brumfield was born on July 15, 1963, in Union City, Kentucky. Tim's musical aptitude was evident right from the start. It was reported that his first cries in the delivery room were perfectly pitched to the key of C major. And by the time his parents took him home, every baby in the maternity ward was crying on key and in harmony. The Brumfield household was a very creative and nurturing environment. Tim's mother, Mamie, is an artist who works in many mediums. His father, Don, is a talented musician who can pick up just about any instrument and make it sing. And his sister, April, is an accomplished trumpet player, professor of music, and artist manager. It was Don who gave Tim his first lessons on the piano as a toddler, starting him down the path that would eventually lead to the 50-year-long ministry of music that we are now celebrating. Growing up, Tim was passionate about two things: music and Batman. There was a brief period of uncertainty as to whether or not Tim would pursue a career in music or caped crusading. But in the end, even Batman was no match for those magical 88 keys. One day, Tim ended up tagging along to one of April's Girl Scout meetings being held at the Red House Baptist Church in Richmond. To occupy himself while he was waiting for the meeting to finish, he opened up the church hymnal and began playing the piano in the sanctuary. One of the church moms was listening, amazed, and on the spot said, "We're looking for a first pianist. Would you like a job playing piano here?" And thus began his career as a paid church musician at the ripe old age of 12. In addition to playing in church, Tim also toured extensively with the Red House Gospel Quartet, each performance adding to his portfolio and experience.
Hello, Tim Brumfield. This is Carl Powell, one of the four that you played for in the quartet. And I want to thank you so much for being able to make us sound good. I love you very much, and I wish you the 50th, the happiest you've ever had. I love you, kid.
50 years playing the organ. Congratulations. I follow you on Facebook almost every day. I see where you're all over the world. And it gives me a great deal of pleasure to realize that I was with you in the very beginning. You were 12 years old when you started playing for our group. We called ourselves the King's Businessmen, and you could play the piano incredibly well. And anytime we'd go to a new church, you would go in and tune the piano. So from the very beginning, 12 years old, and now look where you've been. I'm proud of you. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful celebration. Thank you. This is Nelson Cox.
Hey, Tim, it's Sylvia, and I just ditto all that Carl said, but I have kind of kept up with you through the years, but I tried to find something that reminded you of Red House. Now, I don't know whether you remember this or not, but Mother, Miss Tracy, used to get so tickled at you because when you were 12, you would come in all dressed up in your little suit and tie, looking very professional, and check your watch, and the clock on the wall was always slow, and you would go up and adjust the clock before you'd sit down and start to play. And Mother just got just the biggest kick out of that for some reason. That on a old envelope, I'll just put it up here now, this is what I found this on. It was something for you, written by Miss Only Tracy, because of that little activity that you had at the first of the church. At an age when some children are still playing with toys, he was playing the piano with grace and with poise. He'd enter the sanctuary if his face registered sharp. With purpose and precision, he would adjust the time on the clock. Having accomplished this necessary feat, he'd cross to the piano and ease down on the seat. With love and perfection, he caressed every key, and the music produced was a sweet symphony. And now he is leaving, our hearts filled with pain, but realize our loss is First Methodist gain. Wherever you go and whatever you do, our love and our prayers will continue with you. And then she's written on the bottom an ode to Tim Brumfield. I've kept this all these years with this on this piece of envelope. So I hope you enjoyed that, some memories from Red House. Love you, buddy. Keep letting me hear from you.
Congratulations, 50 years. Wow, that's a big accomplishment. I remember when you first came to Red House as a 12-year-old, I would like to think that I taught you the ropes, but you were a master at your craft way back then. You taught me a lot. You helped me a lot. And I'm just so proud of all you have done and all you've become. And I take great pride in telling people that I played with Tim Brumfield. Congratulations, Tim. Love you. Bye-bye.
Tim's talent and dedication afforded him new opportunities, and in his next role with First Methodist Church in Richmond, Tim transitioned from church pianist to church organist. Eager to embrace new challenges, expand his portfolio, and assume higher levels of responsibility, Tim's next role was that of director of music and organist at First Christian Church, which turned out to be his last role in his hometown of Richmond. Next stop, New York City, where Tim brought the skills he had been developing not only as an organist, but also as conductor, composer, arranger, and teacher. He quickly found a position as director of music and organist at West End Presbyterian Church. While it was a productive engagement at an historic church, fate had other plans for Tim. One evening, Tim went to a Vespers service at the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. After the service, he struck up a conversation with the associate organist, Bill Randolph. After he let Bill know that he was an organist, Bill invited Tim up to the organ loft to show him the renowned instrument. Then he told Tim, "Sit down, play something." When Tim was done playing, Bill asked him, "What are you doing next weekend?" And the rest is history. Tim's time at the cathedral was demanding, exciting, and incredibly productive. Yet somehow, here and there, he managed to squeeze in a little bit of fun time. Tim also had the opportunity to meet and work with top-notch artists across all genres, including pianist Dave Brubeck, jazz drummer Max Roach, and the legendary Judy Collins. During his time at the cathedral, Tim became a member of the renowned Paul Winter Consort, a role he continues to enjoy as he performs nationally and internationally with the consort. The one constant we can count on is change, and after a long and successful tenure at the world's largest Gothic cathedral, Tim was ready to embrace an entirely new challenge. While he was searching for his next right fit, Tim took a part-time role in Riverdale at Christ Church. One day, he saw an ad in a trade paper placed by St. Gregory's Episcopal Church in Palm Beach County, and after more than 10 years as director of music, organist, and choirmaster, I think we can all agree that St. Gregory's and Tim Brumfield remain an excellent fit.
Hello, Tim, and hello, St. Gregory's. Well, 50 years of music making for God's glory. I guess that's hard to believe, Tim, since we all thought you were 45. Well, whether it's a majestic cathedral or a small country church or somebody's living room, you bring the fullness of your talent and gifts and a commitment and a consistency and such a consummate level of artistry that we're all so grateful to have witnessed. And I'm grateful to have occasionally gotten to make music together with you as well. Congratulations on this milestone, and thank you for your service.
Tim, huge congratulations on 50 years of music ministry. You've given so much to so many. Sending lots of love.
Hi, Tim.
Hi, Tim.
We just wanted to say that we think you are one of the greatest musicians on the planet, and congratulations on 50 years of being such a wonderful church musician. I learned so much from you that I still sort of employ and think of today, and every time you sit down and play, it's just wonderful.
Congratulations, Tim, on 50 years as a church musician.
Happy 50 years, Tim. 50 years as a church musician. I can't believe it. We've had some really great times as brother and sister playing in church on Sunday mornings, weddings, funerals, you name it. You've done it, and you always took me along. And it's been great, and I wouldn't change any of it. And I'm at a loss for words because I can't imagine that you've been doing this for 50 years and you've touched so many people and helped so many people through your music, and you're loved the world over. And it's so wonderful. So I wish I could be there, but I'm here at the house, you can see, and you're my big brother. I love you more than anything in the world. And happy 50. Here's to 50 more. Love you.
"50 years. That's half a century. And today we're celebrating 50 years, a half a century of ministry in music and church leadership by Tim Brumfield, our beloved church musician, organist, and choir master. Can you imagine a 12-year-old boy full of joy, full of promise and talent, beginning as a church musician? And for 50 years, Tim, you've grown into a church musician par excellence. You bring such excellence, such joy, such talent, such emotion into your work. When we listen to your music, our hearts are touched, moved, transformed. I am so grateful, and this congregation is so grateful for all that you do and all that you give to us and to the people of God. And here we get to speak not only for St. Gregory's, but for the countless congregations you've served over the years. You are a gift to the church, a gift to the people of God, and a gift to me. Thank you. We love you, and we celebrate your ministry.